Hello, Bloodstains, and welcome to the Season 18 Precap. My test video, the volume was quite low, so I don't know if speaking up will help, but you can always turn it up at your PC. So, quite a small season this season. I will say, ironically, if the six coaches that decided not to play because they felt they didn't have a team up TV'd enough had all entered with new teams, we'd have had 7 new teams. This is why I don't like the whole having neophytes and bringing teams in, and why I was always against it, because things like this end up happening. But anyway, we'll deal with that another day. Let's have a look at the teams that are in. It should be an interesting season. So we have the Snobbity Snobs. Chris's quite high TV'd High Elf team. So he's got a doubled and a plus move blitzer with tackle, which seems fairly reasonable. He's got the mighty blow. He's got blodge. Yeah, I mean, out of other general skills, he's done that's pretty good. He could take sidestep because he's got agility access. But we shall see. He might get doubles and things. So his other blitzer has tackle, which isn't a good choice. That is a good choice. Sorry, say it isn't a bad choice. It's a good choice. Obviously, another double for a mighty blow or something like that. I find the elf blitzers are you need doubles to really get them up there because they don't have strength access on normals, but you can still build them pretty well. You get them diving, tackle, sidestep, all sorts of things. He's busted MA thrower. I think he got move busted quite far into the career, and it's his strength 4 with accurate block, dodge, sure hands. I mean, he not a bad ball carrier. One more skill up. I mean, obviously, if he gets a double, he could take strong arm. Oh, he's already got a guy with that. I mean, he's building up a second thrower as well. So with a double and accurate, probably a better passer than number 3 because not obviously with strong arm and not having the busted move. So we will see what happens there. Catches. He's got all 4 of his catches. He's got a dude here. Obviously, he's deciding to make a ball sacker out of. I'm not sure I would have taken dodge on a ball sacker as a first skill because he could have had wrestle, tackle, strip ball. Not the end of the world though. He's not that far from leveling up. So yeah, it's all good. Possibly a ball catcher guy there with blodge. We obviously have an on-leveled up one there, and one where he's gone for nerves of steel. So yeah, no, 4 catches lets you build them up in various ways. That's good. Double on a lineman for guard. Blodge on another lineman. Kick, niggled, guard. Line. And yeah, just go ahead. So there's one of the, I think the only edge team in this season. He could either rise to the top and stay there as he outplays everybody, or he'll get all his team destroyed every game, and it'll be hard. Barry's returning with the Necro again. I don't think there's a lot of change in season 17. He's got block. He's taken the double on Lurch 2 for dodge. Not sure about. I personally probably would have ignored the double and taken block personally, but it's not that bad. It's not going to help him level him up. But if he can get him leveled up and end up with a blodging flesh golem, that's not the end of the world. We'll keep him upright anyway. But I don't think it's the end of the world to have taken the double there. Well, we all say don't take plus armor, but that's fine. He does still have mighty blow, guard on both of them, which is fairly standard white skills, and fend on this white, which is fine. Gets him to move away, taking on the 2 ghouls. I know most of us have sort of dropped ghouls out of a necro team, but hey, if it works, it works. But he's making one a ball sacker, obviously reasonably fast. Frees up the werewolves to be mostly hitting. But I think we'll see on the werewolves, I think he's going to change his, maybe changing his mind. I don't know if he'll replace these if they die. Might try to keep one around as a ball sacker, maybe. We'll have to see what happens. So he's taken block sidestep, obviously, if he gets a surf, so he can't be surfed easily in return. So yeah, that makes some sense. And he's given sure hands to this wolf, or block and sure hands. That's what makes me think he may abandon having 2 ghouls eventually. They're just liabilities. They can't regen. AV7, they just die all the time. Double on a zombie for guard. That's good. Block and guard. Block and tackle. And then just block. So, the only thing he's got is he puts these dudes might end up on the line of scrimmage a lot. So how long they'll survive for remains to be seen. And then 2 zombies. I'm not entirely sure if these are bought zombies or they look like Misty 2 might have come out of another team. I don't think I'd sack Misty 2 to reduce my TV down a bit. I don't think you need a bench of 2 zombies, but again, that's more of a preference. But I wouldn't have more than 2. I think if you res anybody, just get rid of them, or get rid of somebody. And keep it at no more than 13. But you can all do what you like. Nurgle She Wrote, the season 17 champions coming in. Still, probably the favourites for this season overall, along with the Snobbity Snobs. That's who I would predict would get into the final. So we have Beast and Nurgle. One skill up, gave him block. Got a double, yeah, give him block. For sure. And then don't know what it'll take on his next level up. Possibly stand firm. Where Leon uses the beast pretty correctly. He doesn't try to hit with him. He just tries to get tentacles in the right place. And he has annoyed many coaches doing it. He's got a killer warrior on the way, all the usual kill skills there. Some support warriors, guard and stand firm. So yeah, not sure. Maybe going to go for a second kill warrior here. We shall see. He's got his ball handling. No, ball sacker Pestigore. Probably pretty much there, really. He's tackle, wrestle, strip ball, 2 heads for the dodging. Depends what he rolls. If he gets a stat up, he probably takes that. Wrong one. I think agility's doubles on these guys. Yeah. So it's kind of where it needs to be, but obviously it will level up and, just see what you roll. So he's got his ball handler. So he rolled a double, gave him dodge. I mean, that I'm not sure I would have taken big hands at that point, but again, I think it's cool. You can dodge into however many tackle zones you like and pick up on it would be a 2+ because of his extra arms. I'd probably give him 2 heads as his last skill. No matter what he rolls, I just give him 2 heads, just to give him that dodging ability. Obviously up to Leon, Animal Farm, lower plus strength pest. That's worked out quite well. I think he lost his kill pest and he's making another one, and that works. He's gone down the road of going for block first, which I think is reasonably sensible. Mighty Blow is fine. take the plus strength, then take claw, then take piling on. It's a ways away, but once you with mighty blow, you need tackle as well. I mean, yeah, it's going to take him all the skills to be something, but probably claw, tackle, and then piling on, I would imagine. But yep, remains to be seen. We've got Rotter with a double. Just double check that I'm getting it right. Yep, with a double for guard. Dirty player Rotter, which means that he's going to keep leveling up because all our dirty players tend to do that. I noticed some people take Sneaky Git as a second skill though, and I've seen that stop sending offs and things, so that's pretty cool. And then just 2 Rotters. Yeah, he doesn't need any more than 1 bench on average, and he's quite, if he's not careful, he's 1920 TV means we're all going to be getting inducements against him. I've put in the Republic of Orkistan. They're nothing special, to be honest. They've played in 1 neophyte, but obviously this was my Troll Liam team, because obviously communism is the greatest political system ever devised known to man. So nothing really special in this team. They're suffering from the usual strength 4 thing, so he's just gotten block. He's obviously not got it, he's not far off it, but the problem when you get to this point, because nearly everybody else has got block, he's not getting the hits in to try to get him up. So if I get an opportunity in a game to try and give him a touchdown or something, that's what I'll be doing. I mean, obviously I need to get him to have block, so the other 2 are block and guard, because these guys got it first. So my personal strategy on an Orc team is the first 2 Black Orcs to get block tend to get guard next, and I build the support guys up. These 2 will get mighty blow next, because it also helps them to catch up star player points wise with the other 2. And then you know, they got fair options: stand firm next, or mighty blow on the guard guys, and tackle and whatever on the more hitty ones. But yeah, it all depends what they roll. So with Karl Marx, I went for guard first. It's probably not the optimal skill to put on an Orc Blitzer. I think that had to do with what was happening in Neophyte at the time and who I was up against next. I thought guard would be more useful, but he's getting there. It's not the end of it. It's still not a bad skill. These are more standard. Give him tackle. Because you know, your blitzers, they did obviously in the name, they do a lot of the blitzing, and I mean, I was playing around with it. Basically, all 4 of my blitzers got a level up, and none of them got anything like a double or an edge up or anything that would make them a standout ball carrier. You'll notice I still don't have a thrower though. I'm still going to rely on the blitzers to pick up and to do the pickups and things. One of them will eventually get sure hands as their second skill, and then someone else will probably level up and get an edge up or something. But you know, these things happen. But yeah, that's blitzers. The lines, so obviously just that dude's, they're all just line of scrimmage fodder. We got our dirty player line. We got a strength 4 line. Might do some, like give him the wrestle and the strip ball and all of that, but he's not very fast. But we'll see. We will see. Obviously, the Orcs' natural ball sacker is the blitzers, but they're one of those pieces that start with block, and giving them wrestle is a bit of a waste. But everybody else is much slower than them, so you know, we'll see. We'll see. We might give him wrestle. Haven't really decided, and maybe starting to think maybe I want to sack and rebuy another line. I don't have the money for it at the moment, purely because it's a bit bloaty to have skill ups on your backup pieces. But you know, it can be handy. It means when inevitably someone's out for the game, at least I'm bringing somebody in who's going to be a bit useful. So we shall see. Rob Top was going to bring in the claws, so most of us went, nope, not putting in anything good. Has decided to go for his vamp team, so he's determined to win with these guys. He's talked about bringing this vampire team in a few times now, but I think there's kind of there for re-rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vampires. Does he have? I don't think he has any leader. The thralls are you can see he's got some damaged thralls, but I don't think he cares about them. The 1650 TV, yeah, a lot of thralls. I don't know if he would want a 5th reroll or not. Oh, he's got leader. He has got leader, so let's go through the team. The vampires strike back, so it's very Star Wars themed. Looks like, I was going to say mostly the original series, but it's Kylo Ren. So we have a plus move vamp. I don't think they start with dodge. No, they don't start with dodge. So he's given dodge. Obviously, you get something like a move up. I think that one's in the running to be an alright ball carrier, actually. Dodge. Plus move. Possibly block next, and then maybe... oh no, we'll come to that. Actually, he's got a better candidate, but don't know. Maybe a ball sacker, but he's already 2 skills in. But you know, we'll see what happens. He's got Luke Skywalker, a bit of a hitting one. I think he would have rolled a double to get leader there. Yeah, he needed a. Oh, it's not leader, pro. He's taken pro. Okay, sorry, I misinterpreted the. I misinterpreted the symbol. The pro works though. I don't know if he's aiming to get pro on all the vamps at some point. Like work that in. Maybe you'll comment and let us know. You know, that wouldn't be a bad way to go. So yeah, 5 vampires. As long as he gets, I think as long as he sort of goes, okay, I can't leave this vampire. I can't leave my vampires isolated. It's a bit like a troll. You know, you've always got to have a thrall somewhere to babysit and sort of move a thrall to where you want the vampire to go first, and then try and move the vampire. I think he's probably got that down anyway. And it's pretty standard 2 here. The vampires, when they work, are awesome. I mean, 4 strength, 4 edge. They're crazy. And this one, of course, with these edge of 5. So this one might become a ball carrier. All he needs really is block and sure hands, and then it's done. You know, if you can get a double for dodge, then great. But does he need a double for dodge? He doesn't need. Oh, well, there you go. You know, sure hands, dodge, block, or whatever order. That wasn't the I don't know. Probably I'd go maybe block, sure hands, dodge, something like that. Anyway, sure. The sure hands is just to protect you from the strip balls from all the ball sackers. Once you got edge 5 more than anything else. Thralls all expendable. Really, whatever they've got, whatever they've rolled. I mean, you don't risk your vampires getting sent off for bloodlust because you've got one that's rolled a double or whatever. But you can prioritize it. I mean, one would block. Yeah, most of these also end up on the line an awful lot. So in their AV7, they're going to take damage. Chewbacca busted move. He's keeping him. I'm guessing keeping him. Maybe he might change it before we start, because they get bitten a lot by vampires. You know, I guess if he lost, I think he's probably, I can take the minus move, but if he lost anything else, I think that's it. His days would be numbered. Another block. Missed next game. Hasn't really got anything. This one, obviously, agility and dodge. I mean, sort of a secondary ball carrier, maybe. I think it's hard to sort of long term say this thrall's going to be this thing, because in the end of the day, if this is the only thrall that a vampire can use to make that a vampire can bite, he's probably going to do it. you know, thralls are expendable for the most part. It's a shame though if you have a really good one. We'll see. So he's got Dirty Player Thrall. That works. Another miss next game. Busted move. Is that a... Yeah, it's only the bust. No. He's got the smashed ankle. But the miss next game doesn't really matter. He's miss next game either way. And 3 thralls. A deeper bench. I don't know. He has the money. I think if he's going to go the full 16, he may have already done that. But of course, you need a bench because it all comes down to the bloodlust. It's you know. I mean, he won't. His first game, he'll be down a couple of players. I don't think it'll be. It depends who he's up against. I don't think that's the end of the world. So, and we have Callum putting in a halfling team. The Potley pins. Of course, we all like the honestly orcs theme that he once did, but it's all cool. There's not much to say really. 2 treatment, bench of 2 makes sense. I think the new halfling roster is a bit more interesting, but Callum likes halflings, so it's all good. He's taken the 3 rerolls. Has taken an apothecary. I don't think it matters because he's up against a lot of high TV teams here. So, you know, he's going to get tons of TV no matter what. So, you might as well take the apothecary in case the treeman gets killed. Makes sense. Not really much to say until it levels up, really. He did really well with the last time he played halflings. And we have a new human team. And this is Fraser's. See, people do put new teams in still, but, you know. Pretty standard. He's taken 4 blitzers, a thrower, no catches, mind you. He may regret that. I mean, he can buy a I mean, obviously he can buy a catcher. I mean, that would have been an ogre. I guess it's playing with the TV to get 2 rerolls and an apothecary. Although I would have taken 3 rerolls, and then after the next game, then bought an apothecary. But again, doesn't really matter. 40k is quite close to getting whatever he wants anyway. So he probably buy a catcher next. You want at least 2 catchers. You want 2 catchers on a human team. They can take 4. So that will be interesting. So a fairly quick recap. Because, you know, there's only 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of us. One's going to be an AI. This season's going to go straight into a final. The top 2 teams will go into the final. And I don't think Amazons are going to be a great one to have because of all the kill stuff going on. Dark Elves usually present people with a problem. I'm just quickly scrolling through humans, orcs. You could do dwarves, I guess. That would be a lot of block and tackle. That could be it, and definitely not Skaven. Maybe Dark Elves. Dark Elves can usually... Yeah, we always have Dark Elves because they usually do a good job. Let's put something different in. Norse, because they all start with block, is another good contender. Chaos Dwarves. Kislev, no. We want something that's going to at least put up something of a fight. Let's just put dwarves in. Why not? That gets us a... So it basically does an average of all the TVs and puts an average one in. So the Stone Cold Hammers. Yeah, so that's not too bad skill wise. Lots of guard, which is fine, and mighty blow. Runner with kick. A long beard with dirty player. I mean, it's not perfect, but I think, you know, that might make us at least not steamroller them. So that's the main thing. And let's get the schedule going. Just give it a second. It's as much a surprise for me as it will be for you. So, we have AI dwarves versus snobbity snobs. I'm going to give that would be the snobs for sure. Normies with hornies. Yeah, I thought that was the humans. Versus the necro. He's gonna get. I mean, you know, the only one he would have hoped to get first would be the halflings. I mean, everybody else is, or maybe the orcs aren't too bad, but everybody else. But he's gonna get inducements, and if you just keep his team alive, I think humans. We've had human win before. We've got the halflings versus Nurgle, but you know, but for halflings, you're relying on getting tons of inducements whoever you play. There's no good or bad matchup, I don't think necessarily. I mean, dwarves probably wouldn't have been great for him, but you know, like I said, he actually plays the halflings pretty well. So I'm predicting some surprise victories coming out of this, not just ties, but actual victories. Vampires versus the orcs. I think that's actually a pretty good matchup for the vampires. Ultimately, I mean, we're out TV'd. We're not that developed up. Like, we're not scarily developed up. I don't have massive amounts of one mighty blow, so I don't have massive amounts of mighty blow. This first round is the round to play this team, as long as nobody dies, because in later rounds they're going to be much scarier and much more of a kill team than they are currently. So I think for the vampires, that's a great matchup, and I think they got the tools to beat me for sure. You know, yeah. So missing the two, he is going to be 1650 TV. There's not going to be it going up. I don't get huge amounts of inducements against him. So yeah, that's probably a good. Again, he possibly would have preferred. Everyone would have preferred playing the humans first, or potentially the AI dwarves. I mean, all halflings. Obviously, this row here, but playing one of the developing team in the top row first is pretty good. So I'm going to imagine he'd be pretty happy with that. Oh, and I've pressed back because I do that sometimes. So it is ready to go. So we have a quick look what's happening later on. Yeah, so the second round, Freddie, they get Stone Cold. No, what she wrote. They get to face each other reasonably early, so will they kind of interesting. We don't know whether humans will either be completely smashed to pieces or they'll be like starting to level up and being, you know, that'll be good. And for the vampires, who I'm kind of half rooting for, it'd be nice to see a harder team to play like the vampires getting through, and winning with them would be a bit of a kudos thing. So he's got the halflings, but again, on the second round, again, okay, it's not Callum's not a walkover with the halflings. If you give him any opportunity, then you know you still have to play properly. You can't really muck around unless you wipe out half his team, which obviously could be a thing. So season 17, 18, it's 18 is underway, and there are some holidays coming up, so we'll just play it all by ear, and then we will go from there. So hopefully I might get to stream some games. Obviously I have a new job, and it's all going to depend on whether I'm working from home or having to go in. But having said that, I'll see you all on the pitch, because as much as Matt Oakley likes to pretend he invented that, he didn't invent that. Everybody says it. And yeah, we'll go put the round up now. See you later.